A Danville woman will spend a week in the Martinsville City Jail for physically assaulting a news reporter on the sidewalk in front of Tequila's Sports Bar and Grill. I'm Bill Wyatt with the Martinsville Bulletin. Andrea Cates Branton of Danville was sentenced to 1 year in jail, with 11 months and 23 days suspended and $250 in fines and costs for assault and battery of Charles Roark, a reporter and the owner of Star News in Martinsville. It all began on May the 17th of last year when several shots were fired at an individual in the parking lot of Tequila's. A man was struck once in the leg. 2 people were arrested 5 days later. A week later, on May the 24th, Roark went back to the scene of the crime, where he said it was his understanding that the Martinsville police were to identify hot spots in the community and provide a presence at those locations to deter further violence. Tequila's was one of those locations. Roark said that he got there, he stayed on the sidewalk on public property, he checked the parking lots and the entrance to Tequila's, but he didn't find a police officer or any police cars. What he did find was a group of patrons and a bouncer near the entrance encouraging him to leave. One of those people was Branton, who took issue with Roark on the sidewalk and began recording Roark with her camera while he recorded her and the others. Martinsville Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney Patrick Flynn produced a video in the courtroom that he identified as a live Facebook post from Roark's phone that showed Branton putting her phone down on the steps leading to the entrance of the restaurant, walking up to Roark, where she pushed and shoved him several times and then began beating him with her fists. Flynn then showed 2 other videos that were from phones of bystanders who recorded the beating as it continued for what the judge estimated to be between 30 and 45 seconds, until Roark, bloodied and on his hands and knees, is seen picking up the phone and continuing to record people coming and going, but those people offering no assistance. Branton was charged with assault and battery on May the 27th and filed a countercharge against Roark for the same. The countercharge is an accusation made in turn by someone against the accuser. That countercharge against Roark was dismissed on September the 30th. Branton did plead guilty, but with the Commonwealth seeking a sentence of 12 months behind bars, her attorney, William Meyer, out of Chatham, mounted a defense. Bob Taylor was called to the stand first. He identified himself as Branton's boyfriend for 16 years, confirmed that Branton was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and is prescribed medication for her condition. She said, and we quote in court, "I did it. It's not right. I made a bad choice." Judge Brenniger Vipperman suggested that whether the situation was aggravated or not, Branton could have chosen to just open the door to the restaurant and go inside. But instead, she put her belongings on the ground and beat Roark with her fists until he was bleeding and laying in a fetal position on the sidewalk. Read more details on this story and more at martinsvillebulletin.com. I'm Bill Wyatt reporting.